morning, everybody. 10:02. Time to check in with TD Ryan, who is freezing for food right now at the Hy-Vee Shopping Center. Good morning, TD. How we doing?
We're doing great. We've had two miracles. Usually we limit to one miracle a day, but we've had two miracles here because Skip, Service Master Restoration and Cleaning Services by Skip, has brought in, and okay, where'd you write that down? 2,017 pounds of food. So that is the record here for an individual donation. So he does it every year. So Skip, who's retiring next year, he just said, Skip, you deserve that retirement, my friend. And thanks to all his help with what they brought there, too. And Bob, too. Bob with his generous donation. And Bob got put to work. Bob had to help us unload that big truck with Skip there. And then we also want to mention John Countryman coming by, too. But the big story, our second miracle, is the Turning Back Time car show. Mike Treidel is with us right now. Again, I remember last year, Mike, you guys put us over the top, I think. You brought that big check, and you put us over the top of our goal last year.
Well, that's kind of what we like to do. We like to come out here on Saturday about 10 o'clock so we can let everybody know and everybody can listen to the interviews and all that, because you know how afraid of this microphone I am.
Yes. And time do we have?
Yeah. And this year we wanted to do the same, and we heard that things were down a little bit. This year we did step up. We're providing you with cash for 8,000 pounds of food.
8,000 pounds of food. I mean, I keep telling people the first year we did this, our goal was 2,000 pounds of food, and it took me 3 days to get that out there at Brad Manning Ford. And so we've come a long ways with that, that's for sure. Tell us about the trip. You're telling me now you're coming up on your 20th anniversary of the car show.
That's correct. This year was the 19th annual Israel Memorial Turning Back Time car show presented by Autometer. Next year, we don't know who it's presented by, but probably Autometer will step up again. But it is the 20th anniversary for the show. The first show came out in year 2000. I was there.
In the year 2000.
Yeah, that's right. I was a sponsor back then, and we were set up in the Autometer parking lot with a brand new Autometer support trailer. We had several employee cars out front in the driving rain.
Yes.
And thank heaven we had an awning on that trailer, because we had probably 100 spectators in and out underneath that thing. So it was perfect. And this is something that I want to say to the sponsors. We do have a manufacturer's midway, or a vendor area, and it's a good place to come out where there's a lot of car enthusiasts, a lot of people and whatnot. We sell it out every year, so the time now is to send an email to turningbackTime2012@hotmail.com, and and watch our Facebook page and our website too.
We're talking with Mike Treidel from the Turning Back Time car show, coming out with their 20th anniversary, talking about their huge donation, 8,000 pounds of food here for freezing for food, as they do every year. I mean, many of us are watching President Bush's funeral, and I got to think about Americans and what Americans is, because they were talking about Democrats and Republicans, and the bottom line is we're all Americans, and we love our cars. I grew up when my dad had an old Chevy, and then my dad got a Tornado. I remember that Tornado had the speedometer that was like a circle speedometer. We kids thought that was the coolest thing in the world. But I think every American just loves our automobiles.
We do. We have a love affair of the automobile, and we have had since Henry Ford brought out the Model T. My grandfather actually raced Model Ts in Iowa. They used to race them on a horse race track, and his secret, because they would run 10 to 20 lap features, and the way
that about an hour and a half.
Well, yeah, just about. He actually got his up to about 85 miles an hour, I think. Yeah. But the biggest problem was a lot of them had wooden wheels, and they had to run the wheel that came with the car. So he'd take them all off and throw them in a horse tank so that the wood would swell up, and he was able to win races because his wheels would stay together instead of falling apart. So, yeah, we've been involved with cars, not just the Turning Back Time Car Club, but the whole country, and now it's international as well. There's an awful lot of the American muscle cars, 50s, 60s, 70s. They're over in Japan and Saudi Arabia. They're all over the place now, so you never know where you're going to find them.
And, of course, over in Cuba, well, you see a lot of those cool 50s and 60s, don't you?
Well, the poor Cubans, they haven't had access to good parts, and I'm telling you, if there's anybody that wants to come into this country legally, a Cuban mechanic that knows how to fabricate and whatnot, there's shops that be dying for those people, because
I bet
they make everything out of nothing. It's amazing.
Let's meet some of your members. I like the name on this guy over here. That's Jerry. Come on over here. Can we talk to you for a second? So what made you join the car club, my friend?
Well, I joined it 17 years ago. The first year it got started, I was a helper.
All right.
And then I knew Chuck and Les Gibbons real good, and they asked me if I wanted to be a member. So
now, what's your ride, Jared? You got a ride you go?
We have a 67 Camaro, and we have a 70 SS Chevelle.
All right, now, why those cars? Why those two cars? I know why. Here, don't walk away. So why those two?
Well, that's what I grew up with when I was a teenager,
Did you have one then when you were younger?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
And you kind of recapture that magic now with the one?
Right, I sure did. I had a 69 SS Camaro, and then I had a 65 Chevy Impala.
Well, I know when I go down the show, I see a lot of trailers that say, or trailers are for horses, right? I mean, do you take these babies out? Do you get them out on the road?
Yes, I do. Occasionally, I do.
Are you really worried when you're driving it? Because I always think about, a beautiful car like I'd be so paranoid. What is that like when you're out there driving?
Well, I was used to driving cars like that when I was a teenager, everyday driver, so it doesn't really bother me any.
And is it still a chick magnet?
Well, no, I can't say yes because I'm married.
It's on the radio.
Let's meet this guy. We're standing here in his shirt. I'm all bundled up in my snowmobile suit. He's wearing a shirt over here. What are we talking over here?
Hi, Tim Coon.
Tim, how long have you been in the club?
I think about 6 years.
Okay. And what made you decide 6 years ago to do this?
I've always had an interest in cars. Growing up, like to work on them. My new truck as well. My dad used to buy cars for him too.
Okay.
And then I'd like to go to the show, and eventually decided I wanted to be part of it.
Well, now, what's your ride? What's your bad ride?
I've got an old Jeep CJ.
Okay. Why this CJ?
I had one before I was married. Loved it. It was fun. Now I'm on my third one. My son drives it more than I do. He's 18 and he drives it more than I do.
But he loves it, man.
Yeah, he has a good time.
All right, first car, mine was a powder blue Dodge Dart. My brother talked me into it with a slant six. I wanted a Datsun that had fire on the side, but he said it'd probably be more practical to get this Dodge Dart, which I ended up loving it. The powder blue had the slant six, What was your first car?
72 Chevy Monte Carlo. It was free if I could drive it away.
Really? Free if you could drive it away. Check, Mike, what was your first car?
Well, my first new car is still the one that I have, a 74 Plymouth Cuda. But my first car was my hand-me-down. My parents actually bought it for me in 1961, and then they gave it to me at 68. After they got done with it, it was a 61 Chevy Bel Air with a 3-speed on the column, and it had an AM radio. 3 on the tree, and it had an AM radio, and it did come with an oil filter.
And you could have listened to WLBK back then, too. Tell me, what was your first ride? What was the first car?
I was a 58 Chevy Impala 348 on the Mac.
Oh, really? A Chevy Impala? That's what my mom had. Actually, we drove that thing around. Boy, big, huge thing. I mean, that was great story. Mom's got that. She got the 4 boys. I have 3 brothers. We're all in the back seat. My sister, we're standing in the back seat. Back in you didn't put kids in seatbelts at all. And they pulled my mother over. The muffler was dragging. He saw the 4 kids in the back seat. He goes, ma'am, get that muffler fixed. She turned around and went right back. It's like she had enough on her plate, But we all love our cars. We love you guys. Again, the Turning Back Time Car Show. We cannot thank you guys enough for helping us out here. And it's such a huge donation. It's going to mean so much to so many people.
Well, it's our pleasure, Terry. And, you guys support us very well as well. We hear you promoting the show every year. The 20th anniversary show will be July 28th, 2019. We invite everybody to come on out and enjoy it. We put on a heck of a show for you guys.
My favorite is there's a flag up on the crane. I love that.
Yeah, we do that. That's part of our noon opening ceremonies. We are a non-political but very patriotic organization. We do support the USA. USA supports us. And thank you to all the veterans, first responders, fire people, everything.
You going to get the Navy Blue Fighters to do a flyover or something?
Well, that's up to Tom Cleveland. Tom, if you're listening, he's in charge of the flyover, and he does a good job for us every year. We have those 2 steermen that fly over, and one year we got the B-17 to fly over. That was
magical.
That was magical. We'd like to top it, but we'll never be disappointed if we don't.
Mike Triton on the game for the Turning Back Time Car Show coming up on 20 years. Again, thank you guys for helping out. We can't thank you guys enough.
Our pleasure, Terry. Thank you for doing this.
My pleasure. I tell you what, gentlemen, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it, Terry. You take care, my friend. Again, another miracle, 2 miracles this morning here. Again, the Turning Back Time Car Show and our friends from Service Master Restoration and Cleaning Services by Skip. We'll send it back to you, Dalton. But again, big things happening here. We got a couple hours left. We'd love for you to come by here. Again, the Hy-Vee Shopping Center. We're over here by where the gas station is. We would love to see you. Come on by here. Help us out here. Again, it's Streets of Food 2018 and the Hy-Vee Shopping Center. And you're hearing it all live on your news and information station, FM 98.9, AM 1360, WLBK.